Everybody loves the adventures, the adventure stories. It's full of action, like Braveheart, like Lord of the Rings. Everybody loves love stories. Was all composed and comprised within Whispers of the Medallion. Whispers of the Medallion starts off in the 21st century by a handsome young man who was a football player, and he was given a medallion by his uncle who had gotten it at an auction in West Africa, not knowing that it was an artifact of great power. And this artifact, when hung around the neck of the descendant of Sunni Ali Bir, who was the last great emperor of the Songhai Empire, gave him magnificent power, protection against harm. And it also beckoned a beautiful lady who came down the halls of time and took him back with her over the generations of time, back to the coronation of Sunni Ali Bir in 1468. And there he beheld for the first time the beauties of the sparkling spires of ancient Timbuktu as he stood outside of the palace in Timbuktu where he was to be coronated. And he asked his time visitor, his time companion, Tuera, which means the beautiful one has come. What is this city I'm beholding? And she told him it's the city of our ancestors, Timbuktu. And he began weeping. And she said, "Why are you weeping?" He said, "Because all my life I had heard that we came from a jungle-like existence. And now I'm beholding for the first time truth in regal splendor." What we want to talk to you about is the rescue of the honor of those people. We want to do it by means of a picture which is not just a film. It's a movement of saving the honor of a whole race of people. A movie has been created that will tell the beauty, grandeur, and sophistication of the West African ancestors of African Americans and those blacks who were kidnapped and taken to the diaspora of the world. But this is not just a documentation or a documentary of those people. It's going to be a spectacular drama, a love story, an adventure story, a story of epic proportions. It's going to be beautiful. It will show the homes that the ancestors of African Americans and those in the diaspora live, the homes in West Africa, and the great cities of what is known as the Songhai Empire, an empire larger than all, honored by the world for hundreds of years. Beautiful ladies dressed in regal attire, finely wrought leather shoes, living in homes made of polished stone, sitting in tree elbows. The civilization that they created of mathematics, of reading and writing over 9,000 years ago, of algebra, that their ancestors created 3,700 years ago. This is the story of the Whispers of the Medallion, this first motion picture. And then a little later on, Ramallah, the prophetess, came and hung around his neck as he stood on the throne in the magnificent throne room of the palace, the medallion. He told him to wear it for 30 days. And if you can wear it for 30 days without letting it out of your possession, you will rescue your people from 400 years of horror. He took the challenge. During that 30 days, he wore it religiously around his neck until the 29th day, when he had been wounded in a duel with the betrothed of Tuera, and they were fighting for her love. He was wounded, but he conquered Ufa, the betrothed of Tuera. And wounded, he sought to get some relief from the pain of the wound that was inflicted on his neck by bathing in a cool stream. And he saw nobody around when he took off the medallion and put it on a bush. And as soon as it was out of his possession, he was attacked by the Tuaregs, who were the hereditary enemies of the Sangha. He was given a fatal thrust to the abdomen. And as he lay dying, she called to him, "Don't leave me, Tuera said, don't leave me." Screams of Tuera were still echoing in his ears when he came back to our time in the 21st century. But these were the screams of Dara, the mother of his child in the 21st century. And he told her, as he lay screaming, giving birth to their son, whom he called Sunni Ali II. And he was born with the image of the medallion in his eyes. So the descendant has come back and will rescue his people. And can only be done through motion pictures and a series of motion pictures, which will show the beauty, grandeur, and sophistication of the Sangha ancestors of African Americans.